Wammo Breakfast.
Wine Vault Radio with Jason Bryant from winevaulttv.com.
Yep, he certainly is. He's back with another bottle of wine in the Kiwi studio where we talk over the wine and sometimes we talk about the wine.
Sometimes. Only sometimes.
G'day there, Jason. How you doing? Good?
Good. This week's gone so quickly.
It has, man. I was thinking
yeah.
that last night. I was thinking, oh, Jason's in tomorrow. Wow, really? He was just in yesterday.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Good times, though. Good times.
Yep, good week.
Yeah, not too bad. I've just been. I'm in the process of really kind of knuckling down and trying to understand SEO.
Site search engine optimization.
Yeah,
that sounds exciting.
To me, it is.
No doubt.
To a lot of people, that's boring. Let's quickly just move over that.
Yeah.
Yes, rapidly. So yeah, I'm doing that, and it brings results.
Yep.
Yeah, it brings a lot more traffic.
People come to your website.
Yeah, they stumble across it, literally, because of the ranking that you achieve in all categories. So yeah, so that's
okay. Well, so if anyone's listening who has a website, they want to get more people to click on their website and attend to their website, what would be a hard and fast rule?
Make sure they title, tag, and have their HTML neatly laid out in the back. Yeah.
For a lot of people, that was just complete gobbledygook.
Yeah, I know. The coding behind the website has got to be really clean.
Yeah.
The tags that you use have got to be relevant to the post.
So when you're writing a new article,
yeah.
you can put in what's called tags.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a WordPress or a blog or any kind of blogging software, I suppose.
Yeah. And even kind of e-commerce sites that aren't blog.
Yeah.
Put in your keywords.
So if your post was about elephants and their diet, what would you tag in that?
You'd obviously put dietary needs of elephants. Yeah. Because there's one thing, you get the keywords, and then you get these things called LSIs, which are basically synonyms, and they're synonym indexes. So it's the words that surround elephants' diets. So you would look for keywords using Google and see what the keywords were, what people were searching for, and go down that route. So it's quite a planned... Once you've actually written your blog post, it's quite a lot of work to actually get that post to be read by Google and rank you. Because
the way that perhaps I search into Google may not be the typical way that most people search for a particular subject.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
So Google actually has ways of helping you out to say, okay, well, there's you search for this, but this is actually what a lot of people are searching for. That's close to what you're searching for.
And also, there's a wonder wheel of what other keywords are that surround your word.
A wonder wheel.
Yeah, the wonder wheel. And there's Google Insights as well. I mean, they've got a whole load of tools.
There's lots of tools out there.
Yeah, there are.
I think about 5 years ago, these tools didn't exist.
Well, the web moves so quickly, doesn't it? Anyway, that's boring for most people.
Well, but a lot of people have a website these days. A lot of people are writing stuff. So it's interesting.
There's an incredible stat for blog ownership for the people who access the internet. A lot of people have blogs. Yeah, but very few people update them more than once a week.
I think blogs are making a slight comeback because people are using social media, obviously like Twitter and Facebook, but finding that it's not quite enough to get their thoughts out. Yeah. And almost like social media was the kind of the taste of like, I do actually have something to say, but this isn't quite the right forum, so why don't I go and have a website? Yeah,
because it encourages people. When you click on those links and you go through to someone else's blog post or something, you think, I can write better than that. So it does encourage the author or blogger within to come out.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
All right.
So wine of the week.
Wine of the week. What is it?
It's a St. Clair 2010 Pinot Noir from Marlborough, 13.5% alcohol, delivered to me this morning.
Crikey.
So the courier dropped it off this morning. And here we are tasting it.
Wow, that's fresh as, I suppose.
Yeah, and it's 2010, so what they will have done, because obviously Pinot Noir is kept in oak barrels and stuff like that, what they do before the vintage that's coming up, they get all of their Pinot, that is their early release Pinot, out of those barrels and into bottle, so the barrels are freed up for the next vintage. And that's unless you're really rich and you have 2 sets of barrels.
Yeah.
So where you can keep your wine in barrel for 2 years, and you just rotate them like that, because barrels are like $1,500 a barrel new, and then they last up to 5 years.
Yeah.
And then you don't get anything out of them at all. So a lot of wineries sell them, and the resale value after 5 years depreciates pretty rapidly. Is $100, if that.
Yeah, they sell them to people like me because I'm
the gardens.
Yeah, because I want to stick a lime tree in one.
Yeah,
got a little lime tree I want to put out. Anyway,
Yeah.
why have I been hearing so much about Pinot this week?
Why?
Is there some kind of awards on Pinot awards?
No, this guy Matthew Jukes, he has just released his classification of New Zealand Pinot Noir wineries. So not the wines themselves, but the wineries that make them.
Yeah.
And he's classified them. I think there's 60 or 100
into what?
Into 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, 1-star. And I've got to say, after reading through the list, in my opinion, and that's all it is, I think he's way off the mark on quite a few.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has he given some really low marks that you disagree with, or high marks?
Yeah, he's given a high mark to one of the wineries, and I completely disagree with it. I would put them, rather than a 5-star, I'd have them kind of 3-star. And then he's got a few at the 1-star, which to me should be 3-star.
What would be an example of the 1-star that it should be 3?
From the top of my head, I've got a feeling that From, or someone is in 1-star, and really that should be a 3-star.
And where did Pegasus Bay, who we featured on the show a couple of weeks
ago?
Yeah,
they actually came as a 5-star, 5 or 4-star.
Yeah.
So I mean they're up there.
Yeah.
And rightly so. I did an episode 2 nights ago on Pegasus Bay Pinot Noir 2008, and sublime. And Paul Bembo from Coventry in the UK has just tweeted me and told me that he watched my video and was inspired, so he's opened the 07 up on a Thursday night in the UK. And this is the power of social media, and also video content. And he's just letting it rest, but he says it's magnificent.
Nice.
So yeah, so Pinot Noir is, I mean, obviously it's my favourite grape.
Yeah,
that and Chardonnay, and I love when it's made well. I love the expression. I love the delicacy.
Straight away, it's got the colour characteristics of a Pinot Noir.
Yeah, it's quite light. You see your fingers through the glass.
Yep.
It's a light ruby kind of colour. I get a bit of kind of red cherry on the nose, mixed with a bit of strawberry, raspberry. That really kind of red fruit, summer fruit. Always, like, that's the thing about Pinot Noir. Even in winter, when you smell it, it reminds you of summer. And in summer, it feels right to be drinking it because it's summer red fruit. So, and it feels like it's in season. So that's what I really like about Pinot Noir.
So it smells like you could drizzle it over some ice cream. Yeah, not that I would suggest you do that, but
or make it into ice cream.
Yeah.
It's quite light. It's not particularly full-bodied. It's just that's my phone.
It's very
acid.
tasty. Yeah.
It's very bright. It's very young. It's got a bit of, I would say, being delivered now. It's got just a little bit of shock, and it feels like it just needs to open up a bit and express itself a bit more. And I think it's got the potential. You've got to remember this wine sits kind of under $25, and quite often under $20. So you're talking pretty good price point. So,
and you'd let it sit for how long?
I would I'd let that sit for a couple of hours.
No, I mean, how long would you sell it at? Because it's,
a couple of years.
It's quite young. Okay.
Yeah.
Drink it in 20.
Within the 3 years from vintage. So, kind of got a couple of years to go. So.
Yeah.
But I mean, you'll probably be rewarded. We'll never know because most people consume it within 20 minutes of buying it.
Yeah.
I think there's some horrifying statistic which I'd like to know how they found out that most wine, I think 98% of wine is consumed within 20 minutes.
Yeah. Not surprised.
But
especially here in New Zealand.
But for me, I've got 89 points.
Oh, not too bad.
It's a real value-driven wine, and you'll find that in most supermarkets as well. So it's widely available to people, and that's the nice thing about it.
That was the St. Clair 2010 Pinot Noir.
Or 2010.
No, 2010. Thanks very much, Jason.
Pleasure as always.
And find him on Twitter as well, twitter.com/Jason, JAYSON_Brian.